Hi, I'm Dora from Grace Certified Accountants, and today we are going to demystify capital gains tax, especially when it comes to selling property. It's one of those things people often forget about until it's too late. So let's walk you through what you need to know. First, let's look at what is capital gains tax. Capital gains tax, or CGT, is the tax that you pay on the profits when you sell an asset, like a property, that's gone up in value. So let's say you bought a rental flat for £150,000 and sold it for £250,000. You have made £100,000 gain, and that is what CGT will be calculated on. Now let's look at main residence versus investment property. Now, if that property was your main home, you likely won't pay capital gains tax because you get something called private residence relief. But if it was a rental or your second home, then that is where capital gains tax comes into play. For the current tax year, 24-25, the current CGT allowance is £3,000. That means everyone gets £3,000 tax-free allowance on capital gains, and anything over this is taxed based on your income. The CGT rates for 2024-25 are: if you are a basic rate taxpayer, that is paying tax on 20% or on the 20% tax band, the CGT rate is 18%. If you are a taxpayer on the 40% or the 45% tax band, then the CGT rate is 28%. You can also deduct allowable expenses such as solicitor fees, estate agent fees, accountant's fees, and certain home improvement costs to reduce your gain. The reporting deadline. Well, now here is the big one that most people often miss. The deadline is you must report and pay CGT within 60 days of completion of the sale of a UK residential property. Unfortunately, HMRC does not give too much leeway when it comes to CGT. There are interest and penalty charges if reporting is not done on time, and acting quickly is often critical and key. So, final thoughts. If you're thinking of selling a property or already have, it's so important to get your calculations done and report the CGT return and pay the CGT tax if there's any to HMRC within the 60 days deadline. At Grace Certified Accountants, we can help with calculating your CGT tax and filing the CGT return to HMRC. And that is all for now with capital gains tax. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tax tips and advice. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.